3-1-4, I do believe, and it is between two cool Protoss players, and it's going to be going down on Acheron Wastes, and spawning in the top left position, we have got the green Protoss player. It is JackO, and his opponent down in the bottom right, the purple Protoss. It is ReitTor. ReitTor is what I'm going to say his name like. If that is wrong, I deeply apologise, but I think it's ReitTor, maybe ReitTor. I think is it ReitTor or ReitTor, I think is what it should be. I'm going to stick with ReitTor and hope it's right. If it's wrong, I'm apologising now. I'm a bit stupid when it comes to saying names that I can't quite work out. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's one of those silly things. I can say other stuff quite good like though, so I guess that's okay. As I speak in the worst English imaginable. All good. Anyway, gateways should be coming down. Boom, boom, gateways. Yeah! Get that for some high level analysis. Gateways coming down in a PvP. Who would have guessed that? Just everyone. It's fine. Don't ruin my moment, people. Anyway, so yeah, this is all good. Of course, quarterfinals of Go4SC2. Getting those points for the monthly finals is always good because monthly finals have them monies. Money, 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 as TLO, e.g. TLO would have said. It's all about the money. All of it. So yeah, don't worry. Esports dollars buy you cool things. Or so I'm told. I don't get anywhere near enough of these magical esports dollars, but I hear they work well once you start acquiring them. So hopefully that'll go down. But yeah, probes coming up. They're scouting. It's all going good. Everything pretty much on the lowdown. 4 probes. Equal gas income. Equal probe count. JackO 1 probe up actually, but then that levels out. It's all fine. Slightly ahead. Doesn't make a big difference, but JackO sacrificed that slightly lead in the probe count. Have his cybernetics core 10 seconds later. It's not a big deal, guys. It really isn't. It's kind of like swings and roundabouts, which is just a saying. That doesn't even make sense, does it? It's like swings and roundabouts. How does that even make sense? It's like they're both fun, I guess. I don't understand that saying, really. It's a bit off the point, but it doesn't make sense to me in my brain. That could be because I'm pretty tired. Could be because I'm slightly crazy. Or it could be because I've had too much sugar today. And I do like a good bit of sugar. It makes me rather hyperactive, and that probably makes me quite fun to cast. But I'm actually really excited as well, because this is the first time... Anyone who's watching on Twitch will know I'm streaming live. Anyone watching on YouTube, I was streaming live. And it's the first time I've live streamed a Go4SC2, because obviously I've not been able to stream until like 3 weeks ago from this. So this is all new, exciting experiences for me. It's quite terrifying as well, because... As it turns out, streaming isn't as easy as I always laugh at my production crew for being like, it's like, oh, you just push a few buttons, it's easy peasy. It's not that easy peasy. I take it all back, Nick. When you're doing the stuff for WCS EU Challenger, you're a boss. I miss having dedicated production where I just sit here and talk, and I have a dedicated observer where I just follow their vision and sit there and just chill. Getting like, you know, all the luxuries of being a caster and stuff. They're disappearing with me. Anyway, 2 additional gateways. Twilight Council coming down. Are we going to see Blink? Are we going to see a Dark Shrine? Well, we've got a 3rd gateway now here, currently for ReitTor. But yeah, not too much else going down. And there's Blink actually, so Blink is on its way. That is cool. That is good. That is great. Everything exciting. Meanwhile, we do just see ReitTor is just going to push back and Stalker. If he gets a kill, that'll be good for him. He's going to take out that Stalker. Amazing snipe there. Unfortunately for JackO, he is actually losing quite a lot more than his opponent now. Very frustrating. He's going to be facing up against these additional gateways. Robotic Facility now coming down. JackO is going to scout this. So now he sees that. He knows it's 3-gate pressure. Slightly better for him. He needs this Blink done. We can see that he doesn't have enough energy for a Chrono Boost yet. His Chrono Boost coming down on the Cyber Core in order to get Warp Gate Tech in time, just to be able to mount a good defense here. JackO does still have his Mothership Core, though. Unfortunately, it's in his opponent's face. That means he doesn't have the option for the Foam Overcharge. Frustrating, to say the least, but he does have some good warp-ins. Needs that additional Warp Gate. Loses a Stalker here. ReitTor is moving forward. He's got 1 Stalker micro back with exceptionally low health. It's just sitting there with 3. And JackO, he lost his Mothership Core at his opponent's base. That's frustrating. He is remaking one, though. That's going to help back at home, but of course won't have enough energy for a Foam Overcharge. Blink is getting close to completion. It's about 2/3 finished. If he can buy enough time to get Blink down, he'll be able to trade a lot more effectively against his opponent purely by having that Blink micro. And that all comes down to things being pretty fun. And yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. The Stalker count as it stands is 6-8 in ReitTor's favour. That's quite a substantial amount, but Blink will make up for that somewhat. 7 to 9, 2 Stalker deficit in exchange for having Blink and the defender's advantage should be okay. Of course, ReitTor not expanding behind this. Time Warp goes down. Blink is not quite done yet. It's still got 10 in-game seconds, and ReitTor is pushing in at precisely the right moment. He manages to snipe off a couple of those Stalkers. Another Time Warp goes down here. Time Warp suddenly now being used for JackO, but JackO is losing his Mothership War, he's losing his Stalkers, his army supply plummeting, and of course we do see Blink is now available. Probes being pulled to try and defend this, and it's not going to be too much fun. Yeah, all in all, this is just becoming pretty crazy times. But JackO gets one Stalker force-loaded out. It was on Blink Blink cooldown as well, so can't get out of there. Going to be quite challenging now. Back at home, we've got Immortals coming out, and this Immortal production could swing things in favour for ReitTor. But ReitTor, the big thing is he's 10 probes up. 10 probes up on one base is fairly substantial. The income difference is huge. That's going to make things very tough. Very frustrating. So, in now come a couple of Stalkers. The expansion's going to come down for ReitTor. This is good news for him. JackO is going to try and counterattack. He does have a proxy pylon, but his money just can't afford him to warp it in that many more Stalkers. He's currently saying it's 6 to 6, but look at this. This is an Immortal, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know. And Immortals deal good damage against Stalkers, even Blink Stalkers. There's a chance that JackO can snipe it off by blinking forward aggressively, but if he does that, he'll be fully committed, and I just don't know if he's going to have the chance. Nearly loses Stalker. Good Blink back, retreats out. But did he see that the expansion was coming down? No, he doesn't, so he doesn't quite know that that's there, but he does know that his opponent is at the edge of his natural base, so probably going to try and take that, and oh my goodness, this is so good, ReitTor, warping in just 2 Zealots, but you know what's here to defend? I'll give you a clue. Nothing. And nothing just means that these probes are going to start eating the dust, and GG is called straight away, and ReitTor takes game 1 of this best of 3. So I hope you did all enjoy that, and well, if you're on Twitch, game 2 will be coming straight up. If you're on my YouTube channel, well, flick over to my channel and you can find game 2 there. Make sure you like and comment on this video first though, and if you're on Twitch, make sure you follow my stream. So that was game numero 1. So that is good times. JackO just lost a couple of Stalkers. If the engagement came after he had Blink, he would have actually been aced. He would have been fine. Nothing bad would have happened. Unicorns, rainbows, and butterflies would have been gathering around him. It would have been beautiful. But unfortunately, without Blink and that move in time was pretty good. I'm just suggesting the other streamers at the moment because they just wanted to get in. So it's always important to try and get as many into this game as possible. Just because when you're casting a thing like this, where there isn't any formal adminning or there's not an official stream or something, you're just a group of casters trying to cast some cool games, it's good to look out for each other. Because it's not about stealing the viewers or getting the exclusivity. It's about having a cool time on an event like this, and it helps promote StarCraft 2 as a whole. And I'm actually quite happy with doing that. And I really hope it does work well, and that everyone gets their chance to shine. And now, we are loading into game. Game number 2 is going to be Derelict Watcher, actually. That's going to be fairly awesome to see some games on. PvP, of course, being a mirror matchup, maps don't matter a huge amount. It's not like it's favouring either player particularly, unless one player has a very specific playstyle. But we are loading in, so let's flick over to the splash screen. So, of course, here we are. I'm Madals, and this is game number 2 of a best of 3. It is going to be a PvP. It's going down on Derelict Watcher. And, well, game number 1 was pretty exciting. Was slightly one-sided, but I reckon this can come back. So, down in the bottom left position, spawning as the green Protoss player, it is JackO. And his opponent up in the top right is the purple Protoss. It is ReitTor. So, ReitTor won game number 1 with just a nice kind of 3-gate push into an Immortal behind them. The 3-gate push just hit at just the right moment where JackO had invested in getting Blink and it wasn't done in time. It's as simple as that. He invested in Blink, which obviously means he had less Stalkers. Yeah, he couldn't defend. The other big thing as well in that previous game was JackO sent over his Mothership Core to come and harass the middle line, get a little bit of scouting, which meant when the push hit, he didn't have a Mothership Core to Photon Overcharge. And Photon Overcharge probably would have swung into his favour, so maybe playing a bit more defensive this game, but then there's benefits to scouting as well. It was just a series of unfortunate events for JackO, and I definitely reckon he can come back in this. I look forward to see what he does. Both these two players are GM. Bear in mind on that. So this is going to be fun and exciting. Probe coming down. Just going to get a little bit of a scout down. JackO is actually going over to the mineral patch. That's quite cool. What's got planned down here? We see that the gateway, of course, is there. Getting produced. Gateway back at home. Double gas on both sides. So this is all equal. Very similar openings. Both players, I believe, went for a near identical. I think it actually was an identical build in game number 1. At least early game, getting the 2 gases, 2 probes in each, similar timing. Whether that continues, we'll have to wait and see. Probe coming out here for ReitTor, going to just be wandering over across the map and taking a little peek. Be like, hey, what are you up to, JackO? Anything exciting? Anything that's going to try and kill me soon? Cyber cores, both started within like a second of each other. That's fine. Not too much really going on. So yeah, this is cool. I say not too much going on. This is cool. It's cool because while there's not too much going on at the moment, there will be stuff going on soon. PvP as a mirror matchup. You're going to get very similar openings. Second gateway coming down for both players, so still mirroring each other. This 2 gateway opening is actually really strong because it gives you a good number of units out. It gives you the option to be slightly aggressive. Say the 3 stalker play, for example, with a mothership core. It gives you a bit of map control. You can start poking. You can start prodding. Apparently, Battle.net freaking out and turning me back to available. Clearly, it probably dropped out at some moment for a split second and then came back in because tonight we've been plagued with problems in terms of what everything's been going on. Battle.net was down for ages, but yeah, we've got gateways here. The gateways are on their way, so fun. Everyone likes gateways. Gateways are good. Stalker production getting started, so very much looking like it could be that kind of 3 stalker aggression coming out. Always good times, but both players are doing it, so they'll probably meet someone in the middle and be like, hey, I know what you're doing, so I'm doing it too, and that means we're in an exactly equal composition. Then it really comes down to, are we going to see one person do better micro and therefore win the game, or are we going to see them both just retreat? Both are options. Both mothership cores are also coming forward here to get some scanning information. Bear in mind, ReitTor has seen his opponent's base, whereas JackO has not scouted anything yet. Lack of scanning information just means that he can't respond to it too easily. He doesn't know what he's preparing for. Is scouting around though, just to make sure there's no proxy pylons or things like that. Does have the stalkers still coming forward. 2 stalkers on each side there, all looking good. Additional stalkers coming out still, all looking good. Nexus though is a big variation. JackO has not yet started his Nexus. He is banking up quite a bit of minerals. That could be for some more warp pins. His chrono boosts are needing to be spent. We'll wait and see when chrono boost does come down. Meanwhile, chrono boost still sitting here as well, actually for ReitTor. So neither play doing too much, but JackO going for the Stargate. Okay, this is where you get some variation. Not going for Blink again. Going to be going for that Stargate play. Ooh, he sees the Stalker advantage. Pulls back a little bit. He's got to be very careful. Now, Time Warp is going to be used. Additional micro potential now available thanks to that Time Warp. JackO needs to move his mothership core out though. Doesn't want to be losing that unnecessarily. 4th Stalker is now on the ground. Back at home, essentially was made for ReitTor, so that gives him a better defense position, but out on the map he's going to be sliding down. He's going to be in a bit more of a tough spot, just due to having 1 less Stalker. JackO needs to micro his Stalkers back, does do a good job, gets a Stalker for free. Any unit you get without taking any losses is clearly good news. May even get a 2nd Stalker, does. ReitTor in a bit of trouble now because he's lost quite a few Stalkers here. He's taken the risk of taking the expansion. Of course, the Stargate is now done, and there is an Oracle coming out. What is there back at home to defend? Well, not too much. It's additional gateway, and of course the robotic facility coming down. But the anti-air count is really pretty low for ReitTor at the moment. He's got 3 Stalkers in total. Meanwhile, JackO is starting to move forward. Resources lost, a lot more lost for ReitTor. He's invested a lot in getting this Nexus, which has finished, bear in mind. And that Nexus being down just simply means that, well, he can't cancel it for a start. The resources, the 400 minerals, have been tied up. And everything else is going to have a knock-on. But a Stalker very low here for JackO. Does get taken down. This next Stalker probably going to die too. It's going to be fairly close. Good starter step micro will go down. And that has leveled out that game miraculously. Suddenly JackO now in a bit of problems. He is warping in some more units. Plus he's got this Oracle coming in. The big thing, the absolutely huge thing now is that attention is grabbed out to the front, forcing these Stalkers and Sentries to come and defend, so the Oracle can come in around the back and deal some damage to these probes. But for the moment, Mothership or Mothership Core action is on its way down. This Time Warp is actually smart, because units are getting pulled to defend at the natural base to stop that going down, just as the Oracle is going to come in. The Time Warp should also help delay units getting back there, although they probably wouldn't come up that way unless the attack is done from the side here. So here we go, Oracle is on its way through. JackO needs to attack with that. Most of his attention though here, going to lose a couple more Stalkers, but picking up some Stalkers of his own. In the mineral line though, the Oracle dealing all the damage. This is forcing some Stalker warp-ins. It needs to be microed though. just to kill as many probes as possible. Already racking up 7 kills. If the Oracle could get, say, maybe 1 more, it would be good, but he's taking out the Stalker instead. A Stalker does go down. Meanwhile, on the natural base, though, JackO pushing forward. It's looking really good. He is in a really solid spot now. He's got a massive Stalker advantage, but an Immortal is about to pop. That's, of course, good time. But there's 6 Stalkers against 1 Immortal. Photon Overcharge is going to get triggered. Really, all that needs to go down now is we need to see this Nexus fall. The Photon Overcharge is annoying. The 2 Force Fields are good, but of course there's still room to escape. A Photon Overcharge plus an Immortal means nada. Not going to want to go in there. Not looking too good. So that Photon Overcharge saved both the Nexus and probably ReitTor for the moment. If that had gone down, it would be a problem. Oh no, ReitTor! He's lagging! He's lagging! Oh dear. Oh dear. Lag is worrying, ladies and gentlemen, because BattleNet dropped earlier. I don't have to sit there and be like, this is a service announcement. BattleNet is temporarily offline. That was my worst impression of a service announcement. I should never become a service announcer. It wouldn't be too good. It really wouldn't. Hopefully this will get sorted out. Of course, if it doesn't, there's always the option to restore from replay. But if we have to restore from replay, it would make me very, very sad, because then cutting this VOD would be very, very annoying for anyone on YouTube. Anyone on Twitch, it won't really matter. You'll just wait for all that time. Oh no! Oh no! Well, yep, we will have to restore from replay, which is a bit of a shame, but that would be great. It'd be good to see it, because I don't think at the moment either player is particularly ahead. JackO's actually up in the work account still. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. He's slightly up in the work account, and while the expansion is down for ReitTor, he's in a very defensive position then. So we are going to kick this and get it going, a remake into, well, hopefully restore the replay. I'm going to kick it over to my splash screen for the moment. I'm going to treat all you YouTube fellows. Hi YouTube, you don't normally get to see me. This is what I look like. Hi! Yeah, of course, this is just so I can be a bit lazy and I don't have to like download the VOD, split them together, push 2 parts into each other and hope for the best. I can actually just sit here and be like, you know what, I'm just going to cut this as one big VOD, because things are good like that. But yeah, we are recovering the game. Everything's going to be okay. This is Go4SC2. While we're waiting, please could you do me the lovely honours of making sure that you follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Madals. Follow me on Twitter, at Madals91. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube, at youtube.com/Madals91. My brain went there. Gah. I'm also going to give YouTube another treat. You're going to get to see my massive cup. This makes like multiple appearances on my stream, as well as a lot more. I have 6 of these. Not identical, but they all can hold 1.7 pints of fluid. That's good times. Like, that is good times. I've got to say, it's nice and big. It's filled with tea, milk with 1 sugar. That's the way you roll. And I'm just gonna have a sip of it on stream. Such a good cup. Don't you just love it? So yeah, we are waiting at the moment. Just for players to get in. I'm really hoping this is gonna be too long because it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube. And this sort of thing's fine. Obviously, as a caster who's done major both online and offline events where problems happen, it's usually fine. Filling airtime is part of our job description where things don't go to plan. We have to talk and talk and talk. And I say we, and the we part's important because generally speaking, I would just be like, so, hey co-caster, what do you think of things at the moment? And they'd be like, well Madals, I think this is all going pretty good. Everything's exciting. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, it is pretty good. This resume from replay feature is absolutely amazing, isn't it? And while I could keep this off and make some of you question if actually there are even any co-casters when I cast, because for things like WCS Challenger, we don't run with cameras. So you don't know. How do you know it's just not me putting on another voice? And anyone who says because the other co-caster's good, well, you know where the door is. Anyway, he is back online, so we should be going into this soon. He is loading in, it's all looking good, and we should be going for this soon. And also, seriously, anyone who's on my YouTube channel or on the Twitch stream, you don't need to tell me how big these headphones are. These are, of course, Plantonics headphones, and they are awesome. This mic on these is incredible. The sound quality, spectacular. And yeah, they sponsor me, so they're cool. Go check them out. Plantonics Gaming is them on Twitter, at Plantonics Gaming. I think they've got UK version of that as well. So if you could check that out, give it a follow and stuff, send them a tweet. That would be awesome. They make lots of this possible. So big thanks to Plantonics. But yeah, we are getting back in game. Woo! This is gonna be good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed filling replay. Oh, we're recovering. Do you want to look at the intense stare of Kerrigan? Look at that. Look at that stare. I was dropped. You are kidding, right? You are kidding. That's not cool. That's not cool. We all got dropped. BattleNet, get your shit together. That's all I can say right now. Come on, that can't be serious. Did that really just happen? So, players go once more remake, because that's always fun. We like it when that happens. Yeah, so just recover a couple of seconds before the game actually ended is usually a good move, because sometimes it can cause a bug. But yeah, we're back. Now my whole great pun of pretending to have a co-caster that's actually me, that's all over with. I went straight to, the whole filling time mindset where I'm just like, I've got to fill airtime. I've got to talk for a while about complete BS and try and do it in a way that it's slightly entertaining to people. Downside is, I'm out of that mode now, and I went into casting mode. I was like, yes, we're going to get into the game, it's going to be good. I'm going to cast and talk about StarCraft. Now it's been thrown back into an uncomfortable situation. It's sort of like when something embarrassing happens. Like, say you fall over in public, right? And you look around, you're like, nobody saw. It's all good. You get up, and then you suddenly hear someone sniggering a little. And you're just like, damn it, I thought I got away with that. But anyway, countdown. Countdown, can you hear it? It is beautiful, isn't it? We are loading back into the game, and of course the restore from replay, not resume from replay, it's restore from replay, is on its way down. So that means you should be getting back into this game. For people on my YouTube, I'm sorry this video was like hugely long with not much stuff happening in the middle, but at least hopefully it was entertaining. And you can pose the question, the people pose the casters forever. Am I wearing any trousers? Maybe, maybe not, you'll never know. It's a question you'll have to just pose to yourself. But anyway, let's look at the stare, the intense stare. That is powerful. Like, I'm slightly scared just looking at the recovering from replay. It's almost like I've been naughty when I've done this. It's just like, why am I having to restore this game? Why can't you just make it work the first time? And the question I pose is, it's not my fault. I didn't make the game. BattleNet 2.0 did it. And I'm sorry for BattleNet 2.0. It's been bad for us in the last few days. Yesterday was terrible. Tonight it's been pretty bad. But yeah, we are ready. And we are in game. So, adjust everything back up. Don't disable sound. Add scoreboard. Add it being 1. Oh, I can't. Okay, it's not letting me add the scoreboard in. Or get rid of this. That's a bit annoying. I'm sorry, it's going to be a bit... It should be a bit annoying, but yeah. Okay, so phone overcharge just went down. That was after moving from JackO. He sent an Oracle in the back. Remember, the Oracle killed 7 workers. That's good time for an Oracle. The worker count slightly in JackO's favour. He's taking his expansion. Expansion already up for ReitTor. ReitTor is able to hold this expansion because of the phone overcharge. And yes, we've got another Oracle on its way down. So that means more harassment potential coming in. Boom! That's a recap of where we got up to. Everything looking sexy. So, for the moment, ReitTor, he's got the Observer here. The Observer's just like, hey, what's going on, guys? I can see you, and the Observer can see it. Good folks. Oh, good time warp. The Zealot's getting up there. The sentries getting focused. If they go down, it's going to be frustrating. There's only 2 forces at the moment, and boom, the Mothership Core dies, but the 2 sentries, so that's actually quite a good gas exchange. You can see actually the both players losing very similar amounts, but more gas, 200 more Vespian has been lost actually by ReitTor than that of JackO. And if JackO wins this, he will level out the series, of course, remember, it's a best of 3. Oracle is out. Off the back of that, though, we've got a Void Ray. The Oracle going to try and come in. There's 2 Stalkers sitting up in the main, though, ready to defend. That's going to make it quite difficult. But it also means the units down at the natural are slightly decreased. Helpful. The Void Ray is smart as well, because there's an Immortal there. So that just gives you some more damage against the Stalkers and stuff, and against that Immortal. The Sentries all getting picked off very nicely. That Immortal, though, dealing a good bit of damage. The Oracle getting ready to sneak by. Should be able to sneak past those Stalkers, I do believe, without auto-triggering them. But not if they fly straight on top of it. Good reactions as well out of ReitTor. But quite a few probes are going down. It's getting microed here by JackO as well. So he managed to whack up another 12. No, another 13, sorry. No, another, what? I can't even get, another 5 worker kills. Oh, God. That was some bad maths there. So, 5 more worker kills. JackO, he's now 10 probes ahead. That's no laughing matter. 10 probes is the difference between a good economy and a not so good economy, or as a chart like that. Good times. 1200 compared to 900. I'd be happy with that. I'd be very happy with that. But so, move out now from ReitTor. He's coming for some counter aggression, but remember, Voidway is there. 2 Voidways are there. More gateways being added on. We've got a good amount of units here. The thing missing for JackO is his mothership core. Remember, it died. It died a horrible death where it was shot at by stalkers and lasers killed it and it exploded in a massive firework. Good times. But yeah, we do see that now we just got a couple of stalkers, a couple of sentries and Zealots all on their way forward. And JackO, he's just going to sit there with his observer. He knows what's happening. He knows this move up is coming. The Voidways with prismatic alignment can do well, but this is a very Zealot heavy composition. The key thing really is these Voidways focus down the Stalkers and the Immortal, because they are the big damage dealers. The Zealots can get cleaned up later. Force Field still being used at the time being. Notice nothing else coming out of that Stargate yet. There is a third Voidway adding in though. And actually this is where JackO now takes the army supply lead. That's before anything else has even happened. Before any engagement, he's taken the army supply lead. That is solid. ReitTor behind this though is going for the Dark Shrine. So he's going to be going for some DT harass. Another Voidway is on its way out. The Mothership Core also getting produced. Just careful positioning in the moment. Oh, good force field. Moving out there has forced the engagement of the Voidways. Not triggering on anything specific yet, but will now try and push back the Stalkers. Unfortunately, the Immortal dealing some good damage. The Sentries trying to get focused down. The Voidways are starting to fall. One is out. And JackO, line moving down that ramp. Did he overcommit? The force fields were absolutely great by ReitTor though. And that means that actually this is probably going to be a 2-0 now for ReitTor, because he has just got such an overwhelmingly large force at the moment. The army supply 31 to 9. I don't see a way for JackO to stop this. He's lost nearly everything now, and with that Voidway going down, it's just these walk-ins, but they can get picked off. GG is called, and ReitTor takes the series 2-0. That was the quarterfinal of Go4SC2. Of course, if you're on my YouTube, like the video, leave a cool comment, and of course subscribe. And if you are on my Twitch, make sure you follow that, because that'll be cool. And stay tuned as well, because there's more games coming up. If you're on my YouTube, flick over to my channel and you can find more games there.